Every year, millions of Indian students travel away from their families, arriving on these streets in Patna with a singular focus: securing a government job. For many, this city is the final stepping stone out of poverty. Within this ecosystem, ConSur's Global Study Center operates on a massive scale. By charging highly affordable fees, the institute pulls in thousands of students, disrupting the traditional economics of the city's education market. On the night of Tuesday, June 2, 2026, the center was running late. At exactly 10 p.m., ConSur and his staff were deep inside the building, broadcasting live online classes to their remote students. Outside, the routine abruptly broke. The main gates were violently breached, glass shattered, and crowds scattered. Within minutes, panicked messages flooded the city, warning that a targeted hit was underway at the coaching center. The severity of those rumors seemed to be confirmed moments later by ConSur himself. Speaking to the media, he stated that attackers had fired 8 to 10 rounds of rapid gunfire directly into his facility. Those initial reports turned a quiet study center into what sounded like an active war zone, terrifying the local student population, who believed they were caught in the crossfire of lethal violence. When Patna police arrived, they bypassed the rumors, pulled the exterior security footage to reconstruct the exact timeline. The cameras captured a highly coordinated mob, around 15 to 20 individuals, armed with heavy sticks, batons, and bricks, stormed the facility's main entrance. The footage showed the attackers turning their weapons directly on the center's security staff, beating the main guard until his head was split open. The physical violence was severe enough that local bystanders had to jump in to pull the attackers off. The heavily bleeding guard was then rushed into the emergency ward at Patna Medical College Hospital to save his life. But the police review of the tape reveals a major discrepancy. While the cameras recorded heavy stone pelting and severe vandalism, investigators found zero audio or visual evidence of firearms being discharged. Confronted with this evidence, ConSur formally retracted his initial claim about the shooting. He clarified that because he was teaching deep inside an acoustic chamber, he had mistaken the deafening crash of metal and glass for live gunfire. The sensational narrative of a shootout dissolved, leaving the verified reality of a targeted physical assault that left the facility's security staff hospitalized. The investigation into the attackers' motives led directly to the intense economics of Patna's education market, where competition is often indistinguishable from business jealousy. ConSur's model of teaching massive classes at low prices undercuts the city's established coaching networks, presenting a serious financial threat to operators who treat education as a high-margin trade. The June 2nd attack was the peak of a months-long intimidation campaign. In January 2026, explosives were detonated at ConSur's gates. In March, a vehicle deliberately rammed the rear gates at night, which ConSur initially dismissed as a traffic dispute. Following the hospitalizations in June, the leniency ended. A named police report was filed, leading officers to immediately detain Roshan Anand Sir, the director of the rival Gyan Bindu Coaching Institute. Police also brought in 2 of his key associates, Abhishek and Gaurav, subjecting all 3 men to intensive interrogations regarding their roles in organizing the hit. These arrests signal a shift in the conflict, mapping a direct line between business leadership and the street-level violence used to secure market share. By Wednesday morning, the immediate fallout spilled onto the streets. Institutes tied to the investigation, including Gyan Bindu, were forcibly shuttered as a precaution. The sensitive coaching districts across Patna were locked down behind barricades, heavily patrolled by armed personnel in riot gear to suppress any retaliatory clashes. Caught entirely in the middle of this crackdown is the student population. Tens of thousands of young people, living miles from their families on razor-thin budgets, now face a highly unstable environment. Young men and women whose sole focus should be memorizing civil service syllabi are instead navigating a militarized zone, terrified that attending a late-night study session might put them in the path of a mob. While investigators continue to question the coaching directors over the broken gates and shattered glass, the deepest damage has already been done to the students, whose peace of mind has been fractured by the violence of the education market.